Hello and welcome to Wednesday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. Staff at a Devon farm shop have had to close down social media accounts after receiving death threats from animal rights activists who also daubed slogans on the doors of the shop.
The police are investigating the attacks, which began after... Jackie Bird has the story.
Well, we have had a statement from the Vegan Society in response to this evening's story. It says the Vegan Society...
On to other news now, and the Communities Secretary James Brokenshire has announced plans to revive struggling high streets with the aim of turning them into community hubs with gyms, tea rooms and youth clubs.
He hopes the changes will tackle social problems linked to declining high streets like crime and unemployment. But the plans haven't gone down well with everyone. Our reporter Nick Smith is in Sidmouth for us this evening, a town which is seeing a number of shop closures. So Nick, could there be some hope on the horizon here?
Well, there's more political debate and discussion tonight after news at 10. Here's ITV's political editor Robert Peston with more details. Robert Peston there. Now, more news from across our region, and an 82-year-old man has died following a car accident in Cornwall. The
big screen in Plymouth city centre will be dismantled next year. It has been in place since 2008 and was used...
The RSPCA says the increased popularity of reptiles as pets has led to more cases of the animals being abandoned.
Now, next on this evening's programme, it is claimed a new meat tax could prevent almost 6,000 deaths a year in this country and save more than £700 million in healthcare costs. That's based on evidence linking consumption of red meat to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes and cancer.
Unsurprisingly, it was a topic of discussion today at AgriFest at West Point near Exeter, the show organised by the National Beef Association South West to give farmers a chance to socialise and share ideas. Claire Manning sent this report. Now, a plus-size former call centre employee says she has faced size discrimination in the workplace. Her experiences have been highlighted by a study that's found a third of overweight employees have missed out on a job, promotion or pay rise because of their size.
Now, Lottie Lamore wants employers to make workplaces more inclusive. Ashna Haranag has this report. And there is still plenty more to come on this evening's programme, including...
And after a notably mild autumn so far, with temperatures a shade above what you'd expect for the time of year, find out if that theme is set to continue. I've got the full forecast for you shortly.
And after us, the ITV News continues with the national and international stories at 6:30. Alistair Stewart has the details. Well, more now on that exhibition, and a Somerset artist is preparing to unveil 72,000 handmade figures in London to commemorate the centenary of the First World War. The figures in Rob Hurd's Shroud of the Somme exhibition represent those killed in the battle with no known grave.
It will now become one of the main focal points as the nation marks the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I. Our reporter Robert Murphy is at the Olympic Park in East London, where the exhibition is taking place. And Robert, we have seen this display right across the West Country, haven't we, over the last few months, the last couple of years. A lot of more people are going to come and see it now. Well, the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War has been a chance for communities right across the West Country to come together and rediscover their role in the conflict.
As the former county town of Cornwall, Bodmin has been commemorating its wartime past with a series of events this week. Well, Richard Lawrence is outside St Petrock's Church for us this evening. Richard, a spectacular scene there. Tell us about it.
Now, we are going to bring you the weather forecast in just a moment, but today we have had a bit of a mixture of sunshine and showers. Perfect conditions for rainbows, though. Here's one.
A very good evening to you. Well, it's set to remain mild as the week wears on, blustery with bursts of rain for many of us, but the brisk winds will keep it mist, fog and frost free in the next few nights. We've got systems out in the Atlantic, low pressure systems taking control of our weather in the form of blustery wet weather. We're quite exposed in our neck of the woods out to the west, so expect there to be a bit of a soaking before the week is out. But with that southerly airstream, well, temperatures nowhere near as low as they could be. We draw in relatively mild air all the way from the mid-Atlantic, so chilly, cold nights not on the menu just yet, that's for sure. Blustery downpours to end the day through the Bristol Channel, and then a drier, colder respite before, you've guessed it, another batch of rain sneaks its way in come the small hours. Disappointing dull and damp into a new day, misty low cloud for the hilltops. and some early rainfall moving its way from west to east, and then on and off downpours as the day gets going. I think the sunshine in short supply with a good deal of cloud. The rain a little slower to shift from the western side of Cornwall, but essentially a little better as we head through the afternoon. Any downpours will be few and far between. I'm optimistic of breaks in the cloud with those brisk, gusty winds. Slithers of sunshine here and there, I should think, and temperatures not looking too bad really for the time of year. 14 degrees, 15 degrees at best as the afternoon wears on. As for the rest of the week and beyond, a mixed picture. We've got hit and miss blustery downpours keeping us on our toes. Some blown inside out brollies, I should think. But those temperatures looking around average for the time of year, 14 or 15 degrees. The brisk winds keeping it mist, fog and frost free as we go through the nights. See you soon.
Lucy, thank you. Now, before we leave you, let's remind you of the main headlines here in the West Country this Wednesday evening.
Well, that's it from all of us this evening. I'll be back with the late news. That's at the usual time of 10:30.
Now, though, we will hand you to Alistair Stewart as the ITV News continues. From all of us, whatever you're doing, have a lovely Wednesday evening. We will see you tomorrow at 6.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.